And then
Hold on, it was what?
everything on the block.
It was what? What was that?
It was see how it was two houses facing that direction
Mm-hmm.
that they owned, and then they had all houses on this whole block. His parents owned all this whole neighborhood, and they retired and moved away and left it to Chris.
Wow.
Said, do what you want to do with it. So what he did was, at first he was renting. He was renting out houses, and that didn't work out for him. He said he wanted to do something for the neighborhood, you know. So he got with the city,
Mm-hmm.
and what they wanted to do, and they all just started falling in place.
Man, this is remarkable to me. But brothers and sisters, this is like what I was talking about. You see, when I'm talking about, you know, it seems almost hopeless. It seems almost hopeless when we look at the condition of our neighborhoods and when we look at the condition of our younger people, but all of our younger people ain't in a bad condition. All of our neighborhoods ain't in a bad condition. And the majority of our young people are not carrying guns and shooting people. The majority of our young people are going to work every day, building credit, getting their stuff in order. But I was saying is that the way our communities have felt falling apart, there have been a level of systematic schemes, you know what I mean? There have been a level of neglect when it comes to the government monies that should be made available with fairness to everybody. There have been a level, man, but I am blown away, man, at this brother here because I never knew how this park came about. This is Harris Park, and it is geographically located right in the heart of the neighborhood that we grew up in and came up in. Matter of fact, my cousin Quita, she stayed 2 blocks down the street. This is 40th and Flora. And the last time I was in this park, it was houses on this side of the street. And, you know, you heard what Carl said, that his mother and his father had owned property on this block. And then they had bought, you know, and then they left it to him. And this is what he chose to do with it. This is beautiful. This is fabulous. Man, I'm telling you. And so here, you know, you got a lot of people that are got good money and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna walk out there. I don't know, man. I don't, you know, this is my first time seeing this phase of the park. But this is a small golf course that's been put up here. And it was all this brother's property. Man, when you get an average one of our people something like this, man, we going to a place of greed and hoarding everything and just turning. Man, that brother didn't have to do that. And when you look at this park, man, this is beautiful. See, you know, I seen this thing on the news one time. They was having something, you know. But this type of stuff, you don't even hear about that much, you know. You don't even hear about it that much. We got we got some hardcore gangsters that's ripping and riding up and down the street, whose name get known all over the city. And I'm sure a lot of people know this brother here, Chris Harris, but I had never even heard of him, you know. And every time I mentioned that we was coming over here to his park today, somebody said, "Oh, you going over to Chris's park? Oh, that's Chris Harris Park." I said, you know what, man? Chris Harris, man, have done something spectacular. And this is one man that you're talking about. And then, you know, when we get some ideas and we get some visions and we got something to work with, this is evidence that there are some city officials that will come in and come alongside when we got vision and when we got good ideals, you know. So, but this is beautiful. I've been to this park before, but it was just like a park. It wasn't nothing down here, you know what I'm saying? But this brother have continued to bring this park into existence. There's basketball courts there, and that's what I'm talking about, because the people in this community, the young folks in this community, now they have something to do. This is just one. But it took that brother to start doing this with his own money and his own property. And then somebody came alongside and probably gave him the necessary help that he needed to make that vision come to fruition. And then it turned out to be something nice and something beautiful. Man, I'm telling you, I'm so tired of people talking about the neighborhood and the inner city, and this is the ghetto, and that's ghetto this, and that's ghetto that. I'm so tired of hearing about how messed up our young men are, how messed up our young women are. I'm sick of hearing that, man. Our young men and our young women, they are brilliant, just like anybody else. All of us have been places in our life to where we made some bad choices or made some bad decisions. But man, I refuse to just get, we got people that say things like, well, ain't no need of them putting nothing up there. The only thing they're gonna do is destroy it. You know what? To say that is to say that all of our young men and young women are in that condition. And that's not true. All of our young men and our young women are not in that condition. And the ones that are not in that condition, they deserve the right. They deserve to have the right to a productive life. And even the ones that are in that position, just because they're in that position doesn't mean that that's the position that they are going to stay in. Everybody had to go through the same learning process. You know what I mean? Some of us have been in trouble and then turned out to be politicians. Some of us have been in trouble, you know what I mean, and turned out to be entrepreneurs. Some of us have been in trouble and turned out to be sports figures. Some of us have been in trouble and turned out to be actors and comedians and all of this different type of stuff. You know what I mean? So to our brothers and sisters, man, listen, we can't be looking at our generation of youth as though they are hopeless. You know, they are not without hope. As long as they got people that have wisdom and they can give instruction, as long as they got people that are willing to be patient and not give up on them, they can become whatever it is that they dream of. Those dreams and aspirations can come to fruition. So I wanted to come and put this on here, man, because I was just blown away at the work that this brother is doing, man. This is what our community needs. All of us don't have the money to be able to do these things. But I believe to my soul, those that really want to see some changes happen, if we can pool our resources together and then we can get those city officials behind us, and then we can get the rights to that money when we got a real solid plan. So we about to go on and get set up here, and like I say, good afternoon. Hope everybody having a good day. Shouts out to DJ Carl, world-class DJs on the scene. Yeah, so, all right, y'all have a good day.